always create, always think about it, always manifest it, always make new shit, stay in a creative mindset, always think about different colors, think about new palettes, new patterns, new ways of doing shit, but mainly always fucking create. Remain creative, remain mindful of the way that you kind of go about your process, remain cognizant of the different patterns and the different things that inspire you, different colors that may fucking make you become exhilarated, make you become excited and things like that, then apply it to the creative process and execute that shit. You may favorite color may be red and golds and different fly shit and different things like that. Apply that to your patterns, apply that to different things like that. You may want to make the movie title or the song title or the music video may have red and gold in it and things like that. So allow the kind of your colors and the things that you kind of a fan of and things like that, and then flesh that out and allow that to kind of just roll it out and just unveil itself for itself too, but always be creative in the midst of that. Never lose sight of that. Never lose sight of the vision. Never lose sight of the belief system. Never lose sight of the things that excite you, ignite you, and keep you going at night. Always go at it. Always stick to it. Always be able to execute and believe in different things like that. That you always believe in your desires, and there's different things that we all have dreams for. So you want to be able to always be creative and always create new shit. You may make books and you may be a New York Times bestseller and things like that. But at the same time, while you're doing that and promoting that book and that book is doing well and things like that, you still may say, I have two other book ideas that you want to get out there to the world. So execute that, put that shit out there to the world as well. Make that book even better. Make that book a different, maybe you want to go in a different direction for the second book. Fuck it. Go at it. Be able to always create it big. Go big, go home. Gotta go with your dreams. Gotta trust that shit. Gotta keep on pushing. Gotta keep achieving. Gotta go at that shit. But dream big. You gotta see if people can say that it's a ceiling or it's a limit or things like that. You burst through that shit. Fuck it. Nah. Break through that shit. Kick the door down. Kick the wall down. Kick the glass down. But dream big though, and be able to see all the way through it and go all the way through every single, no limits, no second guessing, no head down, head up, push up, go. Excellence is the bare fucking minimum. Push, keep going. Y'all gonna always hear me say that shit. Keep ambition. Pushing. Ambition can kind of come from a number of things. Being ambitious could come from a different number of places and things like that as well. Being ambitious, you may sit up here and be somewhere at a job right now, and then you may sit up here and say one day you have visions or you have hopes to be VP or president or different things of that, or you want to rise up or you want to get better, or you may be an artist right now. You may have a fire ass song, and then you may say, you know what? I want people to fall in love with a body of work or a album of mine, or I want to tour and I want to have thousands of people in the arena and things like that. So being ambitious, excuse me, rather, has different essential things and different benefits to it that allow you to be able to sit up there and say, you know what, let me push this, let me press this button. You may sit up here and design furniture, and then you may say, you know what, I want it to be able to be shipped overseas in Italy somewhere, fly or some shit like that. So being ambitious and being real cognizant of saying, you know what, having ambition to kind of go after things and kind of want to see things unfold or see things materialize right in front of you, that's a good thing. It's a blessing. It's a positive. So kind of be ambitious in your endeavors. Be cognizant of the things that you kind of attract in the mind to. Be aware of those different things. And then also, shit, go out there and do it. Shit, go out there and feel the presence. Go out there and once again, always um think about different things, like how I kind of like different people win championships in different fields, whether it's NBA, NFL, different sports and shit like that, but they want to go and win 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rings and shit like that, where it's kind of like they they're chasing greatness, they're chasing they're chasing the wins, they're chasing one up in the things that they've already accomplished and things like that, where it's kind of like they fell in love with the process. They fell in love with the exhilarating feeling of pushing through and going through a journey and going through that process. So being ambitious and being able to see those different things and going through that shit, it'll do numbers. It'll do wonders for you. You got to be able to kind of see that shit, be able to push that shit, be able to pursue. Never get too caught up in the destination. Always remember and always enjoy the fucking journey. Always enjoy the whole process through it all. Enjoy the whole thing, because you get a chance to be able to experience all different new shits. You're gonna learn different ways to do different shit. You're gonna be able to run into so many different new people. You're gonna be able to see so many different things unfold right in front of you. And by the time you get to the destination, you're gonna appreciate that shit so much, because there's so much knowledge you've acquired. It's so many different connections you've built. It's so many different ways you look at life. It's so many different ways mentally that you see things. There's so many different ways mentally you're gonna perceive life after that. But most importantly, you're gonna be able to get a chance to just be appreciative of everything from point A to point B by just enjoying the entire journey and not getting too wrapped up in the destination. Being passionate about the things that's whatever is on your mind, your desires, and also recognizing that shit. There's, for some of y'all, there's things that y'all been thinking about since y'all was 4 or 5, 6 years old as kids. Y'all was daydreaming about that shit, hoping one day to be in that opportunity. Some of us, we might have sat up there and we might have stumbled across our talents, or we might have just kind of just by luck or just being in the right situation. However it is that you kind of been able to kind of see or utilize it, or have your talent be placed in front of you, utilize that shit to take it to another level, and then also be able to spot what it is that you like. So it's like, oh shit, wait a minute, like, oh, I like to draw. So you start utilizing the things that's in your notebook, and then you know what? Next thing you start turn those into action figures, turn those into different things. Figure out how to, you know what? How can I use clay and mold this shit into real action figures and get the wax right and turn the colors and start making your own different line of fucking toy figurines and different things like that. So kind of just acknowledge the things that you are passionate about, and then once again, because all of our brains, fortunately for life and fortunately for us, we all have these different thoughts and different ways of how we kind of want to achieve different things, or the way we see different things. So then that gives us a chance to sit up here and say, you know what? All right, I'm gonna design it like this, or I'm gonna make the colors like this, and it's gonna pop like this, and it's gonna stand out like this, and it's gonna be a special reason that you created these things, or you created or you crafted these items, and you share with the world. And then once you share with the world, everybody gets a chance to experience the things that you also crafted, and we're getting a chance to get a piece of you from these different things that you had just as a thought. And then now, once again, you do an in store, you do a pop up, you do a sign up somewhere and shit like that, somewhere in a cool town, somewhere overseas or some fly shit. And then they're sitting up there saying, "What's the inspiration behind this?" And they're telling you how you changed their lives, all off of the things that you sat up there and said was a thought that was in a notebook or a thought that was in a phone. So just keep on sitting up there saying, all right, I'm gonna pinpoint my passion. I'm gonna pinpoint what it is that ignites me. It's a thing that wakes you up in the morning. It's a thing that is 3:17 in the morning. You tired, but a thought comes to your mind, and for whatever reason, the thought comes to your mind, and you had a vision, whatever you want to call it, and you say, wait a minute, I want to do that shit. I feel like I could do that shit. It's a reason it came to you. It's a reason that specifically you at that moment you thought about this, and you got to kind of once again take life up on that and believe in life and be like, shit, you know what? I got to do it. And that, once again, being a part of the journey, being a part of the day to day, helps you experience and it helps validate, confirm, because there's only different ways that you can kind of see life putting you in the right direction and putting you around the right people in your day to day. That's going to confirm and keep on validating that you should keep going and keep pursuing this thing. And once you kind of know it, once you kind of see it, you'll be able to stay in the now, trust the energy, do the right shit, execute just different visions, and kind of see what your purpose is. But it's also big, 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 very essential, and it's kind of key that y'all just kind of understand, pinpoint it and acknowledge it. Pinpoint and acknowledge those different things. Be able to allow yourself to meditate on it. Be able to allow yourself to really breathe, think through, execute, process all of the different things that's going on, to allow yourself to have this talent, utilizing the talent, being aware of the talent, and then also allowing that to dictate the direction that you want to go in, so you can always kind of fucking win and do big things with that shit. Ways that you can kind of utilize and just kind of realize the way you can express yourself with fashion as well too. Different ways you can kind of express yourself is kind of being aware of the trends that's going on, being aware of the things that's going on, and that allows you to kind of, there's a certain different ways where you're feeling super good and you feeling super happy in the morning, or you feel really excited about what's going on in life, or you feel like you want to embrace a good week and you want to start your Monday off right. So that's where you wear different colors and you put little pops in your different shoes, or you're like a different tee or some shit like that to kind of stand out and things like that, just so it can just kind of go with the kind of the mood that you're feeling. It might be a day where it's super rainy or it's super cold outside or some shit like that. So then you might just want to be very monochromatic, or you want to be very chill. So you wear all black fit, but you still want to be steezy. So you might throw on some fly Chelsea boots with that or some shit like that, or mix it in with a fly tee or a fly hoodie, just to kind of accent the way that you kind of feeling, because it's still cold and you want to still kind of fit the mood. So it's all different ways that you can kind of express yourself too with your garments as well. So you can kind of utilize that to also express yourself and meet people and things like that. Because it's all different things that we also are into, and then we also are into the similar things as well too. So a person that you might meet somewhere while you going at a cafe, you going to a bakery and shit like that, and they might compliment you on your shoes, or they might compliment you on the hat that you got on and things like that. That becomes a conversation starter for it itself. Next thing you know, you guys are getting to know one another, networking, exchanging info. That leads to something 3, 4 months down the line, or a cool meetup or different things like that. So always kind of use different things in your day to day and use those as gateways to new friendships, new ventures, new inspirations, new desires, new different ways that you kind of just utilize all these different things. Because at the end of the day, whatever it is, however we dress, however we think, however we consume different things, the whole goal is to be around people, sell it to people, allow people to view it. It all comes down to the people once again at the end of the day. So you kind of want to just kind of be cognizant that whatever it is that you kind of doing, you're expressing yourself to kind of uplift the room, ignite the room, excite the room, bring confidence to the room, bring color to the room. So those things are important too, just so you can always be a positive vessel to be around, and a positive vessel to kind of be excited. Because then next thing you know, you and your friends, y'all can have a group chat and shit like that. Like, yo, what we going who gonna one up each other, how we gonna wear this, or who's gonna do this, and then the day to day, next day is different things like that. So it becomes like a little exciting, little fun time, or a conversation started with all of y'all. So just utilize these different things, sort different pieces, different. If you like to go vintage shopping and shit like that, that shit has a story within itself too. Vintage owners generally kind of tell you, like, sometimes they have pieces and be like, yeah, this was from a certain time or a certain era in the 80s, or a certain time in the 90s, or a certain vibe and different things like that. And then that piece has a story within itself, and then it becomes a memory for you, or then that becomes a story you can share. Or then the more you wear these different things, the more memories you can also have in that thing too. Because that's kind of how I kind of look at it too when it comes to the pieces. That it's kind of like, I want y'all to have y'all coolest, best memories with the garments on, bro. Like, I kind of want y'all to have all these different experiences where y'all going to concerts, or having y'all first relationships, or having y'all first exciting new promotion at the job, and y'all got the garments on and shit like that. It's stories that's gonna always have these pieces and things like that. And we all one cool membership group anyway, so it's kind of like we all want to have vibes and stories and sharing with one another, and keep growing and being like that. Never forget, that's the whole reason why I create these pieces for y'all and shit like that. Also, another thing that you gotta also remain, and also another thing that we gotta be kind of cognizant of is uh being committed to the vision. Being committed to the vision is one of those things where it's kind of like, there's a certain title you may want to name your next soundtrack, or there's a certain title you may want to name your next movie. You got to remain committed that that's kind of the name of it, that that's kind of the vibe of it. You got to kind of trust the vision. A part of the process is trusting kind of the ideas that you kind of put out there to the world. So being committed to it is kind of saying, you know what, I want these vibes to be, maybe the colors for the theme of everything has to be blue, green, and white. You got to trust that the theme has to be the blue, green, and white, exist, things like that, and allow yourself to execute and commit yourself to whatever it is that you kind of see or whatever it is that you may believe. That's a part of being committed to the vision, trusting the process, trusting your ideas, where you and your think tank, or you and the people around you, and you guys are coming up with new endeavors in the projects, always kind of tell yourself, always kind of be committed to whatever it is that you guys kind of always had as the first thought. I'm a firm believer in always going with whatever your first mind is. And once you kind of put it out there, whatever your first mind is, I'm big on not going back, and I just go, just do it, just knock it out, believe it that way. Let the chips fall where they may, let the rollout be that. So just kind of be committed to the vision, be committed to whatever it is that you kind of telling yourself, and kind of committed to whatever it is you guys are saying is the short piece of whatever it is that the intentions is for this. If you guys say this is going to be an action film, let it be the best fucking action film from there on. There it goes. Boom. No more questions asked. If it's going to be an Italian restaurant, bow, boom. Think about the best Italian food. Make that shit the most incredible experience for everybody. I want the menu to the Italian restaurant. Vibes. So just always kind of be committed to whatever the vision is, sticking to that, executing that plan, having that mindset, and winning that way. Being very jiggy that way. That's another way kind of too to help with the self-confidence, and also help with the self-belief system too, because it's kind of like, once you remain kind of committed to your vision and committed to your goals, it'll help you believe in the things, and help flesh out your dreams, and help flesh out all your ideas. Because at that point too, you're starting to see your ideas and your own thoughts manifest in real time. Seeing your thoughts and your ideas exist in real time is shit is the only exhilarating experience that only you can be able to see from your point of view, and your point of view and your reference. So allow those thoughts and allow that vision to kind of always flesh out, have that belief system.